This one should also be a pretty exciting one. I won't lie. Consus has been playing out of his mind. This is the first ever GeoGuessr World Cup winner from 2023. Has not lost a match yet versus Trichter, who's an insane player too and hasn't really been getting the results he's looking for, the results he wanted, and maybe the results that were expected of him as well. So this one will be quite exciting too.
Yeah, worth noting that these two players have two of the longest average guess times of any player. Both of these players, more than just about anyone else, love to take their time. But yeah, as you said, Consus is undefeated, and now he is our only remaining undefeated player after Blinky lost that match to Radu. Trichter, meanwhile, like you said, maybe a little bit underperforming so far. He would certainly tell you that, and especially he's won only one game out of 6 in NMPZ. And NMPZ is considered by many to be his strongest mode, so that is definitely a big surprise.
The players get started and moving. They're off on a Japan round.
Japan rounds, a lot of players, well, there's a lot of clues that you can get in Japan, but area codes, pole plates, etc. That looks like a Kyushu plate that Trichter sees, but Consus has a better sign towards Fukuoka and Saga. And I think he actually, yeah, Karatsu Station. Okay, so he's clicked in Karatsu. So Consus has the town here. Trichter, hopefully for his sake, at least has the region, and he does.
Yeah, he does. That's a great region guess. But Consus is just on it.
Beautiful start for Consus. Again, Trichter doing well using those region-specific clues that you get so often in Japan to figure out that it was Kyushu. So, with 1x damage, was never going to mean too much, but again, maybe that's an indication of things to come.
Yeah, lovely little 4993 to start at the game for Consus. Going into round 2 on an Indonesia by the looks of it.
Yeah, the pole looks to me like North Sumatra. We have that pole you see on Trichter's screen. But even within North Sumatra, I mean, it's a pretty big province. If you find a Kabupaten in a regency, you can narrow it down even further, and presumably that's what both players are looking for here.
See if I can find it. Less than 20 seconds left now on the clock. Not a lot to go.
Wow, there's a sign there, but it's so
yeah, faded. So faded. Very faded sign there for Trichter. Not going to be helpful.
Yep, both just going to go in the mountains of North Sumatra, which I think is a very good guess. Yep.
Makes sense. Consus ends up being a little closer once again.
Yeah, we see that consistency from Consus. We saw it in the first match of the day as well. He really does not give you much. Oh my, what is this? Rural Russia. This could be very consequential.
Yeah, this could be big points. Not much to go off of, no signs yet. Trichter kind of looking around, taking it in. Consus moving quick.
Yep, Consus doing a lot more moving here. Again, Trichter is definitely less of a moving player than Consus is, so it makes sense that his strategy is more to just kind of look around and take it slow. But we'll see if Consus can get to anything, or if they're just both going to have to vibe guess this. Arkhangelsk for Trichter, which I like a lot. Komi is also possible, which is that other area that he's looking at right now, thinking of switching to. Consus has not zoomed yet. He's got 2 seconds, and he also goes Arkhangelsk. And Komi it is.
Just farther east. Consus still holding full health, though.
Yeah, definitely some points on offer there. I mean, if one player had been on it, it could have taken up to 4,000 points off the other, but yeah, tough. That tough part of Russia, very difficult to tell apart. One area from the other, especially with no signage. So, at the end of the day, still very good guesses from both.
We're going to round 4 in a France here. We have some signs there, actually, finally, from Consus, but shouldn't be too big. We see a French D road. Those roads do repeat throughout the country, so
One of the town
Not too
names is sur
helpful.
le Loire, which
Ooh.
is a river that is knowable, although it doesn't look like Consus is able to use that. So it's a river in somewhat central France. I think pretty close to where both of them are scanning right now.
Yeah, he's trying to find something if he can, but nothing popping out.
Yeah. I think Consus guessed probably a little bit better here. Oh, Trichter moved down, so I think they're quite close. Yeah.
Great guesses from both. 58.
Yep. You see Trichter? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, anyway, France, one of the best ways to learn France can be to learn certain major rivers, because so many towns and departments and things are named after the rivers. This looks almost familiar, but I would guess that this is Kyzyl, which is the capital of the Tuva Republic, but that might just be a small town. But it kind of looks similar to a round that we've had before in one of the other matches. Ah.
Trichter seems possibly pretty confident.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely like the Tuva guess, and I thought maybe it was a larger city, but now it's definitely looking like it could just be a small town, and they're both zooming in on the exact same place.
Wow. What in the world? They're both on the exact same roundabout right now.
They're right, too, I think. This looks... I mean, the road angle, the roundabout looks correct. Maybe. Although... We'll see. Because Trichter's considering Kyzyl, but it looks like he will not make the switch.
Yeah, they're both gonna commit, and they both are on it. The double 5K round 5.
Yep. Beautiful job from both. First of all, I mean, you're not going to find that if you don't already have a really good region guess. So knowing the area in the first place, and then scanning for the road line, or the road angle rather, and finding it is just, yeah, impeccable gameplay from both players. So well done.
What a round. Round 6 now. South Africa, 3.5 times damage. It's a pretty big country, and they're on different sides of it right now. Consus moving closer to where Trichter is now, though.
There was a kilometer marker that had a road number on it. I think it said N4, which is the road that Trichter zoomed in on right now. I don't remember if Consus saw the kilometer marker or not, but I mean, it says N4 quite clearly, so that tells you that you're on National Road 4. I don't know if Consus saw it or not, but if he didn't, this could be pretty big for Trichter.
Oh, he's on the floor.
Okay.
There are different parts of it, though, if I'm... Nope, they're pretty close to each other, actually.
Pretty similar areas.
Yeah.
Trichter's moving close to Botswana, though.
Wow, it is farther west.
Wow.
Trichter breaks the Consus flawless as we go on to round 7. It's a very close game now.
Yep, so both knowing the road, but, you know, knowing what part of the road you're on is a whole different deal, so without town names, it can be very difficult to narrow down. That plate looked like an Illinois plate to me, but I only got a quick look at it. Historic route, what does that say? I don't know. Does it say Lincoln something?
Yeah, I was trying to read that too.
I mean, Lincoln could, land of Lincoln, it could indicate Illinois. But I've never seen those signs before.
Trichter did just zoom Illinois here. Consus yet to open the map.
Area code for Trichter, although I'd be surprised if he knows them. Most players don't. Consus just booking it down the road, but I don't think he's found much this entire round.
Trichter
Yellow
kind of playing
plate.
it.
What is that?
Move. Oh, a yellow plate.
Why is there a yellow plate? That's weird.
We have an Iowa here from Consus and an Illinois. Neighboring states, but could be some points here. It's northern Illinois.
Pretty fortunate for Consus there that it ended up being north, because, yeah, if that was central or south, that would have been major damage.
Yeah, it could have been way worse. Trichter now has the lead going into round 8.
Urban Brazil, here we go again. Question is, can they find an area code? That's always the question with these rounds. It's
the most helpful thing you can find. If if you're on a more rural road, there can be some helpful signs that could give you the state sometimes, little abbreviation and the number of the road you're on. But within a town, you're gonna want that code, that phone code. Maybe there's some phones there.
Not sure. There were numbers, but I don't think they had codes. But the players are in pretty different areas here, so if somebody finds something, it could be game. But it looks like neither one has. Does Trichter have a code there? I'm not sure. Does Consus? Oh my gosh, Consus might have one. They're both in RGDS though.
Are they both there?
Did Trichter find the town? No, he didn't.
Consus is closer. That's 1900 damage. Consus takes back the lead.
I'm kind of curious because Trichter at the end zoomed into a very specific town, and I'm not really sure what made him do that. What made him think it was exactly that area, but
he might have been trying to line up a grid or something.
Yeah, possibly. This looks like a Peru. Trichter zooming in on a very specific valley here. Wait, does that say IC on the... That doesn't mean Ica, does it? I wonder. That's interesting, because that kilometer marker had the letters IC on it, which I've never seen before, but...
Interesting.
Probably doesn't mean anything. Trichter, he's not really moving much. He's kind of just scanning around, looking at valleys, maybe trying to line it up. But at the end of the day, this is just going to come down to a region guess. Trichter's a bit more north, but they're both pretty far north.
Trichter doesn't look very happy with himself right now. You see that right there at the end? Seems maybe he realized it was farther south and wasn't too happy.
So, was that Ica? Because... is that what IC meant? Because that might have been Ica province. So...
Definitely possible.
That's interesting. It didn't... Yeah, it looked... I mean, if anything, it looked more north to me as well, but... I wonder if that was
maybe
a little bit of a missed opportunity for Consus with that kilometer marker.
Round 10 now. We're on our 10-round limit. This is it. Consus with a massive lead. And it appears we're in Hungary, so Trichter makes just a quick guess. Probably can't make the points back there, and Consus even still gets closer. 5.5 times damage. Wins that game. We move on to no moving.
So unfortunate for Trichter. You hate to see a game end like that. I mean, feels like he's still in the game, but then it's round 10 and he gets a small country where no matter where he is, there's no way for him to make the points back up, and that's a tough feeling for him. But I also think Trichter probably expected to lose to Consus in moving. Again, we talked already about how strong Consus's moving record has been, so Trichter just needs to lock in this next game and see if he can bring it back.
Definitely doable. Definitely doable. I'm going to go on to no move. Let's take a look at some stats of these players on no move, actually. Consus with a 72% win rate right now on no move. Trichter looking at only 44% win rate, no move. He's gonna want to change that stat right here, right now. We'll see if he can.
But again, with these players too, their average guess time, not only is it very long for both, but their longest average guess time is in no move for both players. So we see that again. It's really interesting that even more so than moving, the players just really like to take it all in.
We get started. Round 1. No multis yet. They get one 360 panorama. They can zoom around, but they cannot move up and down the road anymore.
Tricky round 1 here. I think it's Latin America, but
yeah,
hard to tell what we're looking at here. I thought it could be Peru or Colombia. The plate's white, so I don't think Colombia is likely. Oh wait, no, there's a pole.
I think I'd go Colombia. Yeah.
There is a Colombian pole. Sorry, yeah, all the cars that I could see had white plates, but Yeah.
I was just gonna say, I think Colombia, regardless of the plates, it looks too much.
Right, it
like
looks so much
Colo.
like Colombia. I thought it could be like weird North Peru, like with some strange architecture, but yeah.
Trichter. Great guess there, just central. Great way to start the no move game after losing moving.
Yeah, this is, again, big game for Trichter. He does not want to lose 2-0. He wants to at least get it to the NMPZ, where, again, NMPZ is the mode where Trichter normally feels the most comfortable, even if it hasn't quite panned out for him so far in the World League.
Got a Panama quick zoom from both players. I think Trichter's farther west. Yeah, Trichter farther west.
Yeah, you do get a lot of mountainous coverage towards the west of the country, so I definitely understand the guess from Trichter. Consus considering it, and he is now moving a little bit. Consus locks it in. Trichter maybe thinking going even a little more west.
I don't think we'll see
more
too
east.
much. I don't know. He just leaves it where it was. Constance a little closer, but really not too many points. Just 345. Trichter's still gonna have a lead there as we go into round 3.
Okay. Looks like Indonesia. Constance is one of the best Indonesia players in the world. Worth noting. It's not the country you want to see if you're against him.
But a hard round.
Yeah, these Indonesia rounds have been really tricky. West Sumatra I like with these polls, but I'm wondering if it could be like a West Kalimantan or something like that. Because the landscape, yeah, it's so almost too flat for West Sumatra.
Yeah, this is weird. Trichter staying there though. Trichter staying West Sumatra. Putting a guess in. Consus following Sumatra. Will he follow West Sumatra? Let's see.
He's
gonna go
thinking
Riau.
Okay, he's going Riau. Interesting with these polls, but yeah, I don't know.
It's just in between
It's
them.
Riau. Okay.
It's Royale.
Consus knows his stuff much more than me, that's for sure. Again, like we said, one of the best Indonesia players in the world. Wouldn't bet against him.
Yeah, it'd be tough to. Trichter still in the lead though. We go round 4.
This looks like a Brazil. Again, another country with major implications. Big country, big points.
Big country, big points, Jake.
What do we see here?
There's
Very kind
so
of
little to go off of.
flat, not very vegetated landscape. I don't mind Mato Grosso, which is where Trichter is currently zoomed.
Consus too.
Yep.
Both in Mato Grosso. Trichter no pin down yet, but thinking Mato Grosso.
Yeah, definitely a reasonable landscape for Mato Grosso. I like the guess. Consus seeing if he can line up the road. Imagine.
Imagine the 5K right now. Would
Yeah,
be.
looks like we won't see much damage done.
Yeah. They're just right there on top of each other. It's just north. Consus is a little closer. He could possibly take the lead here. Nope. Just
Nearly.
evens it out. What a close game we have now. Players right on top of each other. 4,963, 5,003. Round 5. 3 times damage on an India.
India, yep.
This could be big country, big points, Jake.
It sure could. Got
So
some
little
mountains
to
in the
go off.
distance. Again, we're getting India Gen 4 soon, from what
Yeah.
I hear. But for
Inside
now,
scoop.
we have the bad camera, which doesn't make anything easier. It's a very tough country to region guess.
Yeah, there's so little to
Players-
go off of right now.
Taking their time, trying to figure this out. But again, this kind of just looks like fairly generic as India goes. Wouldn't be surprised if they just click towards the middle. Looks like Trichter's a bit more south right now.
Wow, Consus moves it a little more central. Maharashtra. Trichter's farther east, though. Consus,
Wow.
what a guess from Consus. Round 5. That deals a huge blow to Trichter.
That's a great guess from Consus again. So little to go off of in that round. Just a general landscape, some mountains in the distance, but so impressive. Is there anything legible on that sign? I'm not sure. My first thought here is maybe Sumatra again.
Lots of Sumatra today. Here we do get another Indonesia by the looks of it. The architecture, the language, the foliage, all very Indonesian looking.
Wait, he was zooming into
Consus just
Peru.
had a
I
little.
nearly had a dude. What?
He had a little he had a little moment. It happens.
That
it happens.
that roof on Consus' screen. That you see that roof just straight to the
Yes.
south. That roof specifically. That sort of. I don't know how to describe it, but that roof design is very Sumatra in particular. So I like Sumatra based on that.
Get a guess in Trichter. Get a guess in.
Cali.
He goes Cali. Oh no!
Oh my
Consus!
god, Consus.
Consus, what in the world did you just do? Right on it. Trichter looks shocked there. He takes the game. Consus 2-0 Trichter. Wow. What in the world?
I mean, like we said, Consus in Indonesia.